Natva mantra gurun bhagavataradan vyasan jagat gurun natva tato jayo mudiraye jaya saparika shishi guru gauranga gandhava govinda sunda pada padmanam jayastu. Hare Krishna. So Veera Chandrapu, what would you like to sing to start us off today? I don't know what's on 74. Shri Guru Charana Padma, yes, Prabhu. Page 74. Very traditional, Shri Guru Charana Padma. Shri Guru Charana Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma Bando Mui Savadana Mate Bando Mui Savadana Mate Jahara Prashare Bhai E Baba Toriya Jai Krishna Prapti Hoy Jahan Hoy Te Krishna Prapti Hoy Jahan Hoy Te Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chitte Se Koriyo Akya Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chitte Se Koriyo Akya Arna Koriyo Mane Acha Arna Koriyo Mane Acha Shri Guru Charane Rati Se Uttama Rati Jai Prashari Pure Sarva Asha Jai Prashari Pure Sarva Asha Thakurana Diloye Janme Janme Prabhu Se Divya Gyan Hire Prakashito Prema Bhakti Ahoite Avirya Vinasha Jate Vedagani Jaharan Charito Shri Guru Sindhu Adama
Janana Bandhu Kera Jivana
Lokana Kera Jivana
Doya Amore Pata
Prabhu Kara Doya Deho Mare Pada Chaya
Amore Pada Chaya
Prabhu Kara Doya Deho Mare Pada Chaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Daya Karo More Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Daya Karo More Daya Karo More Amma Vina Ke Dayalu Jagat Majare Jagat Atita Pavana Hetu Tava Avatara Namo Patita Prabhu Napai Beara Aha Prabhu Nityananda Premananda Sukhi Kripa Balokana Karo Ami Boro Dukhi Daya Karo Sita Saraswati Advaita Gosai Vaishnava Thakur, the next song, Dandakaranya Prabhu, welcome, happy surprise. Jai. Huh? Not, I'm supposed to be here. We're both supposed to be here. Jai. Oh, hey Vaishnava Thakura, Jaya Rasagara, Era Shekaruna Kori. Diya Para Jaya Chodhore Amare, Tomara Charana Dhori. Jaya Begadomi, Jaya Dosha Shori, Jaya Guna Dehodase. Jaya Satsanga Devohe Amare, Osechi Sangera Ase. Ekaki Amara Nahi Paya Bala Hari Nama Sankitane. Tumi Kripa Kori Shraddha Binduriya, Nande Ho Krishna Nama Dhane. pache. Jaya Vaishnava Thakur, Vaishnava Thakur, Vaishnava Thakur, Jaya Vaishnava Thakur. Jaya Vaishnava Thakur, Vaishnava Thakur, Vaishnava Thakur, Jaya Vaishnava Thakur. Oh, Dandakaranya, who's going? I'm just going to make a request. Okay, you do what's necessary. So, Parama Karuna, would you like to lead? Yes, you know that tune? Parama Karuna, Ahudui Jana. I don't know the page, I'm in a different book. In my book is 132. My book.
Parama Karuna Bodhi Jana
Parama Karuna Bahudui Jana Nitai Gora Chandra Shabhavatara Shara Shiromani Kevala Ananda Kanda Bhaja Bhaja Bhai Chaitanya Nitai Sudrida Vishvasa Kori Vishaya Chariya Serase Magia Amuke Bolo Hari Hari Dekore Bhai Chaitanya Nitai Data Pashupaki Dure Pashana Virore Gunagata Parama Karuna Bahudui Jana Nitai Gora Chandra Jaya Hari Gaura Hari Gaura Hari Jaya Gaura Hari Sujana Buddharadita to Śrīla Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, page 80. Vishandru, yes, you're happy to sing? Sujana Buddhararita Pada Yugam Yuga Dhamma Duran Gati vanchita vanchaka chintya padam. Gati vanchita vanchaka chintya padam. Pranamami Sara Prabhupada Padam. Pranamami Sara Prabhupada Padam. Tanum tanu nindita Marana Buddha Vandita Chandra. Marana Buddha Vandita Chandra Padam. Marana Buddha Vandita Chandra Padam. Marana Buddha Vandita Chandra Padam. Pranamami Sada Prabhupada Padam. Pranamami Sada Prabhupada Padam. Nija Sevaka Taraka Ranji Virum Virudhahita Hum Krita Singavaram. Varanagata Banisha Chanda Param. Pranamami Sada Prabhupada Padam. Pranamami Sada Prabhupada Padam. Vipulikrita Vaibhava Gora Bhuvam Bhuvaneshu Vikirtita Gora Dayam. Dayaniya Ganapita Gora Padam. Dayaniya Ganapita Gora Padam. Pranamami Sada Prabhupada Padam. Pranamami Sada Prabhupada Padam. Shira Gora Janashaya Vishwa Gurum Guru Gora Kishora Kadasya Param. Paramagrita Bhakti Vinoda Padam. Pranamami Sada Prabhupada Padam. Pranamami Sada Prabhupada Padam. Raghurupa Sanatana Kirti Dharam Dharanita Lakirtita Jiva Kavin. Kaviraja Narottama Sakya Padam. Pranamami Sada Prabhupada Padam. Pranamami Sada Prabhupada Padam. Kripaya Hari Kirtana Mudiraram Dharani Varahara Kagora Janam. Janakharika Vatsala Sita Padam. Pranamami Sada Prabhupada Padam. Pranamami Sada Prabhupada Padam. with Sri Hari Vasare Hari, because it's a very happy song and it's all about the names of the Lord. And we're here for Kirtan to glorify the Lord, His pastimes and the devotees. So Sri Hari Vasare Hari, page number 267. Yes? Shri Hari Vasare Hari Kirtana Vidhana.
Shri Vasare Hari Kirtana
And Nritya Rambila Prabhu Jagatera Prana. Punyavanta Shiva Sangane Shubharamba. Murti Loki Tanadvani Gopal Govinda. Mridanga Mandira Bhaje Shankha Karatala. Sankitana Sangita Bhailo Mishala. Brahmande Utilo Dvani Puryara Kasha. Chaudikara Mangala Jaya Sobanasha. Chaturike Sri Hari Mangala Sankitana. Madhye Nache Jagannatha Mishra Nandana. Sabarange Te Shobhe Shri Chandana Mala. Anande Nachoye Sobe Hoye Vibhola. Nijanande Nache Mahaprabhu Vishwambara. Charanera Thali Shuni Asi Manohara. Bhava Veshe Mala Nahi Rohoye Galaya. Chindiya Poroye Giya Bhaktera Gaya. Charanamanande Shiva Basanana Jane. Charara Senache Shiva Senache Apane. Charaname Valmiki Hoilo Tapodana. Charaname Ajamila Pailo Mochana. Charaname Sravane Sansara Bandha Guche. Heno Prabhu Avatari Kali Juge Nache. Charanama Loi Shuka Narada Viraya. Sahasravarana Prabhu Jara Gunagaya. Sava Mahaprayaschitta Jai Prabhura Nama. Jai Prabhu Nachaye Dekhe Jata Bhagyavana. Mahaprayaschitta Jai Prabhura Nama. Hari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Priya Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Mana. Page 155. Bhaja Hure
Mana.
Bhaja Hure Mana Shri Nandanandana Abhaya Charanara Vindare Durabhamana Janama Satsange Durabhamana Janama Satsange Saroe Baba Sindure Bhaja Hure Mana Shri Nandanandana Abhaya Charanara Vindare Sita Atapa Bhata Varishana Edina Jamini Jagire Vipale Sevino Kripana Durajana Vipale Sevino Kripana Durajana Chapala Sukala Bala Gire Bhaja Hure Mana Shri Nandanandana Abhaya Nistai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. So yesterday was Ekadashi and we sang Shuddha Bhakta Charana Renu, and today I'm thinking of that song because in that verse there is, my mind always begs for the opportunity to hear the music of the mridanga. Upon hearing the kind of kirtan ordained by Lord Gaurachandra, my heart dances in ecstasy. And here you get this kind of kirtan ordained by Gauranga, given to us in this age by Śrīla Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Śrīla Guru Maharāj and Śrīla Gurudev. And so it's not a manufactured kirtan, it's this kind of kirtan that Bhaktivinoda Thakur hankers to hear, and then when he hears, he's joyful. And in fact, we can read the translation for the whole song. It's a song Shuddha Bhakta Charana Renu, but you can hear the translation. I'll just read it. If you're sitting comfortably, then I'll begin. So reading you a story. Dust from the lotus feet of pure devotees is conducive to devotional service, while service to the Vaishnavas is itself the supreme perfection and the root of the tender creeper of divine love. I observe with great care the holy days like Ekadashi and Janmastami, for they are the mother of devotion. As my dwelling place, I choose with the greatest reverence and love the transcendental abode of Sri Krishna. All those places where my Lord Gaurasundar travelled for pastimes, I will visit in the company of loving devotees. My mind always begs for the opportunity to hear the music of the mridanga. Upon hearing the kind of kirtan ordained by Lord Gaurachandra, my heart dances in ecstasy. By beholding the deity forms of the divine couple, Sri Sri Radha Krishna, I feel the greatest joy. And by honoring the Lord's prasadam, I conquer over all worldly illusions. Goloka Vrindavan appears in my home whenever I see the worship and service of Lord Hari going on there. Upon seeing the Ganges, which is a river of nectar emanating from the lotus feet of the Lord, my happiness knows no bounds. The sight of the holy Tulsi tree, here, right beside me, she moved. The sight of the holy Tulsi tree soothes my soul, for I know she gives pleasure to Lord Krishna. And by honoring shak, you all know a green leafy vegetable preparation, spinach, a dear favorite of Lord Chaitanya, I consider life worthwhile. Whatever Bhaktivinoda obtains that is conducive for the service of Sri Krishna, he accepts every day with the greatest of joy. Haribol, very happy kirtan. And in the evening here we are going through the Sharanagati book of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, song by song by song, and verse by verse by verse, and with the commentary of Srila Gurudev. And this will come up presently. Not yet. Now we are in the chapter of humility, the second chapter. Hare Krishna. Jai Srila Gurudev ki jai, Srila Guru Maharāj ki jai, Jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Jai Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur ki jai, Shri Rupanuga Guru Vaga ki jai. How can I be of service?
Does anyone have a question?
Yes. Anyway, we're here happily, and Krishna has happily for me arranged that Dandakaranya Prabhu is also here. And sorry you've got a headache. Ow, bodies are troublesome things. And once we're over 25 years old, we start to notice these things. So sorry you have a headache, but happy that you're here, and we'll have a chat presently, happily. And I'm also here, but I'm here a little briefly now. Devashish Prabhu is unable to come today. Dayada Gaurangar also, a senior devotee, but he passed away already. But Devashish Prabhu is not able to come today due to his health. So everybody sends some good wishes over the internet, wherever the internet is. Send your good wishes through the heart, through the internet to Devashish Prabhu to get well soon. Bodies are troublesome things. But from Bournemouth, our Jagannath Prabhu Sunanda came, and did Anjali come?
No, not well today, Mahārāj.
Oh, she's not well today. Yeah. Okay, she spoke yesterday. She was hoping to have enough strength. Okay.
She can't tell when she's going to be well or not.
Yeah.
I went to her door because we missed on the telephones and everything. And she opened the door cracked. She was in the dressing room. She said, I'm not well today.
Oh dear. Okay, okay. We were looking forward to her coming today. But you are all here. Who is here is here, and we're very happy to be with who is here. And if you don't have any question for me, then I'll have to ask you all questions. Oh dear. Or we can, yeah, yes?
I have, but after.
Oh, no,
Well,
you go
no,
ahead.
you go ahead.
No, good to have a queue of questions. No problem.
No, that's fine.
It's just like this thought I often have is, you know, how any advice or tips on how to convey what we have had, the little experience we've had, a little glimpse of Srila Gurudev to others. It feels like impossible to do. It feels impossible to glorify Gurudev, and it feels impossible to communicate what he was about, and any advice or guidance you can give on that.
Well, yesterday evening we had the young lady, the lady disciple of Srila Prabhupada, Jigyasi. She was here, and the mother of Tariq Krishna Prabhu and Lalita Madhava Prabhu. And she was here yesterday evening. And I did not know until a little way into the program that she's, first I didn't know who she was, except she spoke very good English. And then I presently found out that she's Srila Prabhupada's disciple. And actually, we asked her to share something about Srila Prabhupada's nature, because she told, yeah, because we asked her, so you're his disciple, but did you have association with Srila Prabhupada? And she said, well, yes, I did. And humbly she said about in Berry Place, where the ISKCON temple was first, how she served him for several months and washed his cloth and did so many things, cleaning into his room and everything, and had that personal service. But she was a little lost for words of how to convey Srila Prabhupada's nature. And we asked her, oh, please share something of his nature, something we can't necessarily understand from the books. We all read the books. And she was a bit lost for words, but she wasn't lost for expressing his aura, something we can say like that. Being in his presence, she just was saying, just being in his presence is indescribable, this kind of thing. But amazing, she said, maybe, yeah. But it was something which words weren't going to be sufficient for, but it was an example that from the devotees' hearts we can get to feel something. And she genuinely went back, how many years? 50 years, I suppose. Berry Place must have been 1970, something like that. So that's more than 50 years, 55 years. Anyway, she sort of genuinely went back, and we lost her for a little while, and she was back in Berry Place and describing about her time with Srila Prabhupada. So I think we just do the best we can with whatever words we've got. And she gave an expression which I use, and maybe all of you know that I sometimes use an exact expression she gave, so she hasn't heard it from me and then she's reapplied it. She said about Srila Prabhupada, he's the most wonderful person that you could ever meet. And this is how I've often described Gurudev and Guru Maharaj. Like, we also don't feel able to properly, I mean, you can describe this incident, this happened, that happened. But as a person, this kind of expression, that the most wonderful person you could ever meet. And we know Srila Prabhupada was like that. You know, we know it by, we've all been attracted by his purity and everything from the books. But coming from the devotees who've been with him is just very nourishing. And Dandakaranya Prabhu, you met Srila Prabhupada also. Would you be gracious and share something with us on the theme?
Well, the smaller devotees never had such access to Srila Prabhupada because there was always a guard of sannyasis.
Oh.
So it's very difficult to get in there.
Yeah.
But the thing I remember most vividly was I was in Vrindavan in Prabhupada's final weeks. But even in his state there, he was, you can say, a skeleton. He was emaciated, but
yes,
still full of grace, even in his state.
And you?
Yeah, that's the most salient memory that I have of him.
And you were?
Yeah, that's the most salient memory that I have of him.
And you were living, you were?
Yeah, that's the most salient memory that I have of him.
And you were living, you were serving in Vrindavan at that time, or you were
Yeah.
on a pilgrimage?
Yeah, I was serving in Vrindavan.
You were serving there?
Yeah.
So you know also Rajashekha Brahmachari, Prabhu?
Yeah.
You know, he very kindly gave me a one-on-one personal tour into Srila Prabhupada's room, but with him saying about those last disappeared, also left from his body.
Right.
And he very affectionately and nicely, and we were talking outside. We'd actually corresponded before, but not actually met. And he was very kind. We'd actually corresponded before, but not actually met. And he was very kind and very corresponded before, but not actually met. And he was very kind and very personally he described some very the beautiful things of Srila Prabhupada. And like you say, not to dwell on the actual disappearance Leela, but his dignity, like you said, I mean, like you expressed, his dignity in all circumstances just shone.
Yeah. In those final weeks, we used to carry him on a palanquin, two strong brahmacharis, one front and one back, and put him in one spot in Krishna Balaram temple where you can see the three altars. And he would sit there for 20 minutes, and then Gurukul boys would dance, and one Bengali brahmachari would chant.
And that time you were, what, brahmachari, Gurukul boy, married?
No, I was in Saffron Brahmachari.
In Saffron Brahmachari then, yeah. Okay. Hare Krishna. And were you with him in England? In Berry Place or any?
Yeah, I first saw him in Berry Place, yeah.
You first saw him in Berry Place?
Yeah, I also met Jigyasi at that time.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
But she's senior to me by probably a few years. Yeah.
Oh really? So what year did you come?
I think 73 or 74.
So she came in the late
Yeah,
60s.
probably 3 or 4 years before that, I would guess. Yeah.
Wow, we're in very honourable company. And any particular leela or something to say from Berry Place?
Well, from the only personal service I got to do to Srila Prabhupada was actually in Vrindavan, because sometimes we could go in, and one time I got to actually use the chamar on him. But it didn't work out well.
Oh no!
Well, there's a persistent fly, You know what Indian flies are like? Very persistent.
So you're always
And I was trying to get one,
Yeah.
but I didn't want to hit him with the camera.
Yeah.
And it was buzzing around, and after like 1 minute of trying, then the fly was still there, so Prabhupada just said, he cannot do this.
Oh no. Anyway, you got the attention of Srila Prabhupada. Beautiful. You got his attention. Hare Krishna. Very sweet. And in India, when you're with the chamara and when you're with the fan, then it's for a purpose, because probably then, we know from the other side of the country, electricity was very poor or non-existent or
Load shedding.
load shedding, broken down half the time. And so fanning, it was, when we're on the altar then or doing Guru Puja, it's part of the worship with the light and the cloth and everything like this. But the fanning of the Guru, when it's hot and it's humid and there are flies and all these things, then the fanning is there to keep the flies away.
Yeah, not just ceremonial.
Yes, that's my point. Yes, not ceremonial, but it is. And the fanning with the fans, the peacock fans. But for Guru Maharaj, we used during the regular day, the Bengali fan, which we've seen and used a lot of fans in different places. But the Bengali fan from the dry leaf of the palm tree, it's all one piece of, basically piece of wood when it's dried. So the stem, and then the leaf of the palm tree is like folded around like this. And so with the stem, you just, with a small movement of your hand, the fan gives a lot of air. It's very eco-friendly, whatever you want to say in the modern age. Energy, your own energy friendly. But we used to fan Guru Mahārāj, and we'd have a roster to fan him because it would be hot. Guru Mahārāj was on the top floor in Navadip, and in the summer it is hot. I saw this year also on the weather reports, it is like 42, 43, day by day by day. So, while we're in London, closing the windows to keep out the draft, in other places they're opening the windows to not only opening the windows, but trying to get air. But yeah, we used to fan with those, and I also once or twice, very sadly, touched Srila Guru Maharāj with the fan. Means he's lying and we're fanning him, and you get used to it. Then he lifts his hand like this, and then, can he catch his arm? Oh, sorry, Guru. But he was very kind. He was kind. He knows we're unqualified servitors. Hare Krishna. So, to answer your question, by heart, what we were reading yesterday from Revealed Truth and what we could continue to read, actually is all that part about everything's transmitted by heart, not by knowledge, in fact.
Mahārāj, I heard something you said in Brazil. Mahārāj was just recently in Brazil.
Okay.
And he said, the wealth the gurus have come to give us, like we think wealth in the material world is like position or money. And Mahārāj explained, like, that is the real wealth, how to help the suffering souls to get out of their suffering, out of the material world. And these beautiful Vaishnavas, they came to give that wealth to us. And I thought that was so beautiful you explained that. That is the real wealth. And we know Srila Guru Mahārāj, Srila Gurudev, Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, they came to give that. And just like a note, I thought also when Pandita was small, I thought, I bring her to Navadvip, and
show her Śrīla Gurudev, and she will never see such a beautiful, wonderful personality in her life. And I thought, yeah.
So Sachi, I did actually say that. I get nervous and think, oh, Madhusūdan said this. So I did actually say that, I can confirm it. But some things, even a couple of days later from one talk, I got like what Madhusūdan said, and it wasn't what I said. But I didn't object because I thought, well, it actually makes sense, but I didn't actually say it. So, Sachi, thank you. I did actually say that. Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhu, Vijay Krishna, what is your question? You're in the queue, you're next in the queue.
I was contemplating a month back, and also a few days, like when we take initiation from a Gurudev, like our spiritual master, there's a two-way thing, right? Like he's also giving us initiation and sort of initiating to that line, and we are also taking the initiation. It's, both sides. It's connecting with each other. So, from the Guru's perspective, like when he's giving us initiation, he's sort of giving that in the name of his spiritual master, and the person who is taking the initiation, how that person is receiving it is like connecting directly to that Guru who is taking from, or it's like, the line, like what is the, like what should be the consciousness with which this person or this person takes it.
Okay, so the initiation, first of all, is like a seed. We hear this repeatedly, that we're being given the bija, which is, it means a seed of the creeper of devotion. The bhakti, lata, the devotional creeper, bija, the seed of that. So the seed has some pedigree. Racehorses, they don't just get any old horse and take his pony and take it and think, oh, I'm going to win the Royal Ascot or something like that. They have some pedigree for fitness of a body, but there is some pedigree in the current of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And hence we are in the Gaudiya, Vaishnava, Rupa, Nuga, Sampradaya. And so this seed contains the potency, and the potency is coming from generation to generation. And if you make the physical analogy with the racehorses, etc., or with the not racehorses, just what kind of seed comes is going to be more or less, you can expect the ponies to be of a similar nature. So the seeds that Guru Mahārāj and Śrīla Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur and Gurudev in his pranam mantra, the empowered giver of the seed of Krishna Prema, then that kind of seed is of the very best nature, and we as the receivers of the seed must try really to do our duty to make our soil, our garden, fit, ready to receive the seed, and then to cultivate that seed in the way we've been told by the master, by the spiritual master and the spiritual masters, of how to cultivate that seed. And this is given by Mahaprabhu himself too in Chaitanya Charitamrita. How to water the seed of devotional service, how to protect the young shoots as they come up, and must take out the weeds that are around, and what does that mean in our spiritual life. We have some part to play, and it's not just, okay, I got the seeds and then everything's going to be fine. We have to show our willingness to cultivate, and sure, everything is by the grace from above, but as every parent knows, you're naturally generous-hearted to the child or the children in your family who are cooperating with you and not rebelling and ignoring all your good advice. So really, our practices are there to draw the grace of the residents of the upper world, that they will be pleased, and that is the valuable thing to quickly bring us home. But just before, when we started today, then there were less people here. So as we were playing Śrīla Guru Mahārāj on the Śrīla Gurudev on the loudspeaker, and Guru Mahārāj was saying about the Bhakti Lata, it becomes so strong that Bhakti Lata will cross the Viraja river, cross the river, that river where all the Brahmandas, the universes, are floating, and enter into Vaikuntha and on to Goloka. But in the beginning, it is very tender, and we must avoid the offenses, and especially Vaishnava Aparat. This is the theme of what Śrīla Gurudev was saying, for those who were here earlier. And so we've got our part to play. And if you sow seed on barren land, and then you're given the seed and the farmer doesn't put any water, doesn't take out the weeds, then you can't expect that, okay, everything's going to quickly flourish.
Mahārāj, I have a question. I am reading different scriptures. I tend to have a fondness for reading Mahārāta. But Mahārāta.
You like war.
Yeah. But where would you... do you think that it's advisable to read and try to take a lot of instructions generally from Mahārāta, or did Śrīla Govinda Mahārāj prefer not to follow too closely the way that they gave their example, like Arjuna and the characters of Mahārāta?
Okay, well, about the Mahabharata, you know that in India they produced a very long, I mean many hundreds of hours probably, series on the Mahabharata. And it used to be on each Sunday in India, in Bengal, it was on each Sunday. And I used to drive Gurudev, and used to drive him to a friend of his home, Sanatan Prabhu, who was gentleman and very capable. Gurudev had much hope for him, for Sanatan Prabhu, but he died suddenly, had a stroke. He was, heart attack. In the morning he was exercising, walking. In the afternoon he had a stroke. In the evening he died. Suddenly Gurudev was quite shocked. But we go to his house because he had a television and he's a devotee. But we watch the Mahabharata. But what we are watching on the Mahabharata, in the discussion, then Sanatan Prabhu and Gurudev are discussing, and I am basically the lizard. In India you got lots of lizards, because it's warmer. Here I'll be the fly on the wall, but maybe lizard. We'd like to think it would be a lizard instead of a fly. But anyway, I was like the lizard on the wall, just kind of watching everything. But just how involved every incident is in the Mahabharata. That one incident, everybody's getting the karmic reaction from something before, or like 6 players in a particular crazy Leela, which is difficult to follow anyway, and then each of those 6, this is happening to him because of that, because of that because of that, and what they're doing now is preparing for what's going to happen later on. It's much more than what you see on the surface. That is clear by being with Gurudev. Now the other thing is that the Mahabharata, it is wonderful to be brought up with the Mahabharata, which of course in India, that and Mauritius, that pretty much is, one of the standard issue things, that the parents read the children instead of some stupid story about Jack and the Beanstalk trying to go to heaven climbing a beanstalk or something. They tell these stories. So if you're brought up with Mahabharata, then, oh, well, you're also a devotee child. Well, not a child now, I know. But it's good to have some attraction to those kind of topics rather than many other topics. But our gurus have given us that the focus really is Chaitanya Charitamrita, Srimad Bhagavatam, and Bhagavad Gita, which is the heart of the Mahabharata. And it's not now the age of war. You don't see Mahaprabhu gathering an army together and going and doing this, that and the other. He got a little excited sometimes about something, but with the holy name, then that was his weapon. So we're in a different age than the Mahabharata time, and if we can bring our eagerness to read, to relish Chaitanya Charitamrita and Srimad Bhagavatam, it will be a more directed use of our limited energy in this world. And as Goswami Maharaj points out, that the Mahabharata, there is no reference practically to Vrindavan at all. And Mahaprabhu is giving Vrindavan Krishna, and always making the distinction between Krishna of Dwaka, Krishna of Mathura, Krishna of Vrindavan, and even in Vrindavan making the distinction of the different relationships with Krishna. So what they are giving, what Mahaprabhu is giving and our masters are giving, means in this last 500 years, is Vrindavan. And so Gita will be our main focus within all of that, and the rest of it is more or less our entertainment almost. The main things for us to learn are going to come from Mahaprabhu's teachings. And there are quotes from the Mahabharata in Prapanajivanamritam, in Chaitanya Charitamrita. So again, the essential points, they're being presented to us without having to go through 100,000 verses of Mahabharata and losing the plot along the way pretty much about many things. A quick question, because I do have to go. I've got a Zoom.
Actually, in a way, by reading Srimad Bhagavatam, you also read Mahabharata, but there are specific parts which are illuminating the specific devotional mood. So it's kind of like an extract.
Yes.
The most relevant.
And the Ramayana.
Yeah.
The essential extracts, yes. Anyway, I do have to go now, and I can volunteer Rasamai Pandit to sit here and conduct the rest. And you can, if you wish to, you could read from Religion of the Heart if there's no discussion. I don't know what your schedule is. When does the offering? It's like 1:30. Mahaprabhu's fasting?
No, offering's already gone on.
Oh, okay.
Finished in Aarti time now. So.
Aarti times 1:30.
Yeah.
Oh, Aarti time's 1:30. Oh, okay. Because we're missing Devashish Prabhu because of his health, as we said. Please give some good wishes to him. So, but please, I need to go because I've got 6 minutes and 15 seconds to press the online button.
We can have Aarti now. And then
Yes, but you can discuss more, or you know what to do. Everyone's here to hear about Krishna.
Was that in Mauritius also very prevalent?
Okay.
Both Mahabharata and Ramayana. So that was on the TV and being watched by the whole population. Yeah. And people inspired quite a lot from that. But it was like stories that you try to live by this.
The nobility of the persons in the story, right? But what Mahārāj says, that Vrindavan Krishna, that mood and that Mahaprabhu also, that is then is in another level.
I think it's still a gap. There was a gap when you're teaching about Ramayana and Mahabharata. So that movie, that series, helped to fill the gap with the knowledge.
So please excuse me.
You said it filled the gap for.
Yeah, because the teaching of the Bhagavad Gita was not happening all wide the country.
No.
It was a small group that they had the
Where is it? It's in Vrindavan. He's sending me pictures and saying these things and I'm getting jealous. Every day I must see.
Oh, God.
Look at you. No,
Raja Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda